So the fact is I am violence. But to achieve non-fact requires time. So to stay with violence needs no time. To understand, to observe, perceive the nature, the structure, and the causation of violence needs no time. Because it's a fact. If I look at it carefully, it will reveal the whole thing. But if I'm pursuing nonviolence, I'm not observing. Right? So, please understand something. Perception does not require time. I'll show you. I'm violent. I say to my friend, suppose I'm really violent. He said, what do you mean by that word? You're not physically violent. I haven't seen you all these years hit somebody. I haven't seen you angry. But you are a violent man. And he said, tell me what that means to be violent. Then violence can exist only when there is contradiction in me. Please understand all this. When there is two separate activities in contradiction with each other. You understand? I say one thing and do another. Think one thing and act totally different from the thought. That's a contradiction that creates the opposites. So, he tells me, look, you have discovered something very... Where there is contradiction, opposites, there must be conflict. That conflict indicates violence. Violence I won't go into the more details of violence, which is imitation, conformity. Comparison is essentially violence. Right? When I compare myself with you, I'm much more bright, much more this, much more that, I'm envious of you. I'm antagonistic. I'm jealous of you. Jealousy, conformity, antagonism is violence. Because it's clear when I put away the non-real, non-violence, I can see this to very clearly all the intimation and the complexities of violence. And when there is a perception of this, there is the ending of that. That violence is not separate from me. You understand? Must I go into this? When you are angry, is anger different from you? When you are sexually excited, is that excitement different from you? Right? So, is violence, comparison different from you? Or you are all that? My friend has been trained from childhood to compare. He goes to the school, there is given marks, compare. Right through that process till the university, if he is lucky enough or unlucky enough. Then when he comes to a job, he's still comparing, fighting, struggling, right? And we say all that is a form of violence. Of course, aggression and so on. Now, seeing the fact of that, not the non-fact of violence, which is non-violent, but the fact that I am violent. Seeing the entirety of violence. I can only see that. There's a perception of that only when the non-fact is completely put aside. When there is no pursuit of non-violence of any kind, then my whole attention, the whole attention is on the fact. Then the fact moves, reveals, shows what it is. And that very perception is the ending of it. Because there is no conflict as violence being separate from me. Violence is me, as anger, as your reactions, as when you have pain in your tummy or in toothache or headache. That's you. You are not separate from all that. Where there is separation, there must be conflict. As the Arab, Jew, and Hindu with it. So, there is security only in intelligence. We won't go into the question of what is intelligence, but as our time is up, it is intelligence that says that's false, right? Because you have examined it, you have looked at it, you have doubted, you questioned it. But if you say, I accept the false as the true, then you are unintelligent. But the moment when you look at the falseness of things and see clearly the false as the false, that perception is the beginning of intelligence. Right? Now, to go into that intelligence profoundly, which we shall as we go along, that is security. Intelligence of that kind is supreme security.